Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a pre-made 5 versus 5 here. It is a Conquest challenge as it is called, and it is between Team Dignitas, at least I'm assuming that's this, and I don't know which team this is. I will look it up and it will be in the title. So as you can see, wards planted down immediately, and that is because these camps that are on the side of the mid lane, both of the things being warded here, but the camps that are on the side of this mid lane, those are the ones that you want in the early game. And yeah, as you can see, counter warding immediately, so the ward does get taken out immediately, and we do land a very nice stun on whoever that it was. Loki. Wow, Loki getting chunked down quite hard, and he is actually going to survive, and he is going to land the first blood there. Well, with his team, the first blood does go to, it seems, yeah, Ymir. That was not good, but the fight is continuing. The fight is continuing, and we are going to see quite a few of the red teamers fall. Yeah, that was not a good fight for them. The blue team pretty much still at very high health, and Aphrodite is going to go down as well. Yeah, she overstayed her welcome by quite a bit, and they are going to pick up this camp, and it seems like, why would you fight for these camps? But I just recently realized how much gold is in these camps. So if you take both of these camps, it is something like 200 gold straight off, and that is, oh no, it's even more, it's 240 gold or 250 gold straight off, and that is why people fight for them. So yeah, the blue team leads with 3-0, and they got both of those camps, so that will put them extremely ahead. As you can see, they are 1100 gold ahead of their opponents, and that is just an insane amount to start off with. So I'm going to choose someone out to follow. I guess I'm going to follow TheBest's because he's the best. No, I want to have a champion that I haven't done before, and Isis is definitely someone that falls into that category. I might have done her before, but definitely not a lot. And as you can see, she is very good at chunking down people from afar, because those balls that you just saw, and that's of course her stun, that one goes through the minions, but these go through the minions as well, so you can damage the minions as well as the champions with them, the gods I guess. And of course that is very good. So yeah, Agni in some trouble straight away, and he is going to clean that up, well, pretty easily. But he did get, well, thrown down very low. But wow, the nice gank coming in, 2-man gank, and she is going to go down. So yeah, Isis overextending a little bit there, because she kept pushing the lane. They could actually come in and just finish that off. Are they going to take another gold camp? They of course know when it's up. The other one is already back up. They should have gone for that one instead, but they don't want to, well, kind of be in the jungle on the other side apparently. Although I don't really understand why, because the jungler on the other side, which is this guy, is not really doing that well. He is actually quite low. They could see him because he was in mid lane, and he actually was quite low. So yeah, we are going back to Isis here. I don't know how Isis is going to do, of course, because that would be cheating. No, I don't want to know. It's nice to have a champion that's doing well, but it's also very nice to see them mess up quite a bit, because that is the way it goes. Anyhow, yeah, it's the way it goes in the entire game. I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and yeah, you have to be realistic about it. These players don't, although they are better players than I am, for example, they don't always do well. And unfortunately misses that stun, but is still going to do heavy damage. Is going to take quite a lot of damage from the turret though. 3 tower shots, and yeah, that was an easy kill once again. Yeah, I don't really know what she was thinking there, but yeah, taking 3 tower shots, obviously not a good deal. And yeah, well, the entire blue team now, if everyone has a kill, And on the enemy team, it is just the... So on the red team, it is just the Isis that actually has a kill. Yeah, Isis is not really a common champion in my vocabulary. Because, well, she's relatively new. She's also not played a whole lot. Because there are other champions that are just better at doing things that she does. Although she's not bad. I won't say that because she is definitely not bad. She's definitely one of the stronger mid laners because she does a lot of damage. It's just that, yeah, as I said, not very common in my vocabulary. The invade coming in from the blue team, as you can see, we can see them through the walls. I'm pretty sure they can't. And they are going to keep that pressure on those gold camps next to the lane. And of course, that is 250 gold every time. So you might want to control that a little bit better. Because 250 gold, yeah, if you pick that up a couple of times, that is just going to make your lead so big. So I think it's something like 65 gold per minion. And there are 2 minions in there. So that's, yeah, that's a lot of gold. And as you can see, getting ganked here. Is she going to survive though? No, she's not. The Odin might actually pick up the kill here. We are going to see him fail. And yeah, we do pick up the kill with the third guy. So it's a 2-for-1 trade. And Loki goes down as well. So it's a 2-for-2 all in all. But yeah, definitely not what they wanted out of that. So 8-3 behind the blue team, ahead by 2,000 gold. But that is mainly because of that early lead with the gold camps. Well, that first fight pretty much failing. Red buff is up. There's a ward over here from the blue team. There's a ward over here from the red team. Which is quite a surprising place, to be honest. But yeah, we are back in lane with Isis. So we are going to follow that again. And as you can see, yeah, she's taking quite a lot of just poke damage. Because that is, of course, what Agni does. It's what he does best. Getting the poke on. And wow, so much damage. Isis will have to recall. We are not going to follow her with that. And we are going to instead follow Zapman here. Who's playing Neath. And Neath is, of course, a great champion as well. One of my favorites. Used to be Cupid as my ranged AD, let's call it that. Ranged physical champion. And yeah, nowadays I think Neath is a lot better because, well, Cupid lost the slow on his Q, or on his 1. It is now back, so I have to get back into Cupid. But still, with the... Yeah, Cupid has become a lot stronger since I played him when he was considered overpowered. But now, yeah, he has that ultimate which has Cripple on it. And of course with Cripple it becomes even stronger than it already was. And Cupid will probably be better than Neath after, well, the current patch. Well, with the current patch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing him again. I haven't really gotten the chance yet. I wanted to play him yesterday, but yeah, people just keep picking things like Neath and Artemis, which are of course the same, well, they're in the same group of physical champions, ranged physical, and yeah, it becomes very hard to, well, to pick it then, because obviously if you pick ranged physical damage dealer, and there's already a ranged physical damage dealer in your team, then you're going to be in trouble if you pick that, because, well, too much physical, too much squishiness will result in you just dying all the time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Cupid because of that slow, basically. The slow that is yeah, that is on that 1. Yes, it used to be very good. So Neath ultimate into the Guan ultimate into the ultimate from Odin gets them the kill on Hercules, and actually the kill goes to our well, the best, our Isis. And well, the gold camps apparently no longer very interesting because, well, one of them is up, but nobody is going for that. They apparently have better things to do. It is, however, going to be up to the jungler to pick that up normally, and it is going to be Loki with the help of Agni to pick that up. So as you can see, Isis makes use of that by pushing the lane and trying to get those minions into the tower to deny them, basically. It is, however, not going to work out too well. The stun misses, but the silence did hit, and a little bit of damage done onto Loki. Loki taking, yeah, only small amounts of damage here, which is quite surprising because he is normally very, very squishy. And, well, currently he has some defense, I guess, but not really a whole lot yet. So Hercules also got buffed in the recent patch. Hercules now has a permanent stun on his push thingy. I forgot what it's called. I don't know, or I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah, it is a very good thing to have for him. So a little bit of heal there on Isis. She was waiting with running away until Aphrodite used her birds. With, of course, those birds you get the heal, and with the heal you can stay in lane a little bit longer. But she is not going to. She sees that her lane is pushed pretty hard, and she wants to make use of this opportunity to just get out of there, buy some new items, and come back in lane afterwards. So currently she is at the height of the team, and having Doom Orb now. Well, Doom Orb, yeah, unfortunately we cannot see the stacks on that, but Doom Orb, just like, oh, it's not here. Okay, there's a Doom Orb over here. But just like the physical variant of that, which is called, oh, come on, Soul something. Oh my god, I can't believe that I forgot the name of that. It's probably not Soul something, I don't know. I really forgot the name. It doesn't matter. Nobody has it here, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it is a very good thing to have. It's a very useful thing to have, because it stacks up with the amount of minions you kill. And in mid lane, of course, you kill quite a few minions. I mean, you're going to get this entire minion wave basically for free. And yeah, there's really not a whole lot you need to do to actually clean up these minion waves and get that item stacked. Because if you get it stacked, you get a whole bunch of extra bonuses, and that is just very good to have. So, oh, the wall from Ymir, just not good enough. And is she going to die? No, she is going to stay alive. Not manly enough there, the Loki. He was full health. He could have made that work, but didn't. And we're going to just go with this guy and go back into the middle lane. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot the name of the item. There it is. There it is. It is Heartseeker. See, it wasn't Soul. I knew it wasn't Soul. I just couldn't remember. It's Heartseeker. So yeah, Heartseeker and Doom Orb really much better since last patch, because they actually only lose half their stacks now, and yeah, that is a big change. Because instead of having to stack up 50 minions, you only have to stack up 25 then after you die, at maximum. And 25 is doable, 50 is way too much. That is why nobody played it. And nowadays it is a good item. It's definitely a good item. We are going to go with this guy once again. And we're going to go for the gold camp. So the gold camps really very important to get, and definitely something that you want to control as a jungler. And look at the damage she takes from just simple ultimate stacks there. Wow, so much damage going down on her, and she really is going to go back. Oh yeah, she did get disrupted there. I was wondering about that, but yeah, I thought she would have seen that. Thought she would have seen that coming. And yeah, apparently did not care or did not see it coming. Yeah, look at the damage there. Oh, the nice ultimate. from Aphrodite, resulting in the kill eventually. But wow, that was a very nice ultimate, preventing this Ymir stun, making sure that Loki couldn't really do anything. Because if Loki would have gotten this, well, that additional stun, so if they would have gotten that additional stun, I guess, then that would have been ridiculously powerful. The double kill here though, for, I don't know who that was. Oh, it is actually this guy, Apollo. So Apollo getting the double kill, and they do pick up the Gold Fury, I'm assuming. Blue team is still ahead now by 4,000 gold and 7 kills. Well, not and 7 kills, because the 7 kills don't really matter if you're ahead in gold. But, well, the blue team is both ahead in gold and ahead in kills. And yeah, of course they are going to get a tower out of this, because, well, this tower is going to go down pretty easily. There's no way they can defend with just one guy over here. And yeah, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Of course, the gold camps are back up, and look at the amount of observer wards they buy. I forgot what their sentry wards, I think they're called here. But look at the amount they buy. It's really just a huge amount, because they want to have that control over those over those gold camps. And you saw in the beginning that Ymir actually had 2 of them placed there, and then a third one or one on the from the other team kind of cleaned out their wards, and that of course that made it that first fight went in the direction of the blue team, and they're still profiting from that. So it is still something that that they kind of build on. They started off with elite, and they can carry that into the late game pretty easily, because once you get ahead, you get further ahead. That's how these games work. They're really just snowball games, and that makes them kind of fun, because it makes that tactics like early game pressure are actually viable. If that weren't the case, so if you didn't get well, basically more powerful by being powerful, you wouldn't have well, this feeling about the game, because then you could just wait for the late game and dominate everyone. That's kind of what's happening in League of Legends at the moment, by the way. Well, at the moment, for like the last season and a half. People don't really... Well, it's happening a little bit in Smite as well. I'm not saying that. It is just that Dota is the extreme example of how it should be if you want to make a snowball game. Yeah, it's just that these games, so both Smite and League of Legends, are made for the newer players, for the casual players. And they kind of are made in such a way that if you get behind, it doesn't matter too much. You can still get back into the game as a team, or even as just a player, because you have these very efficient items defense-wise. So you can buy defensive items that are relatively cheap, much cheaper than they're supposed to be, and they reduce so much of the damage that even if you're, well, significantly behind, you can still make it work. And as you can see, we switched teams here, but we are going to switch back to Isis. So Isis is currently with the Aphrodite. The Afro with the Afro. I like that. Kind of predicted that skin really early on when she came out, actually. But yeah, well, it's kind of an obvious thing. I mean, if someone is called Aphrodite and everyone calls her Afro, then yeah, you should make a skin where she has an Afro. So yeah, I think they did that really nicely. So another ultimate there from Aphrodite, making sure that she can get out of that. The ultimate makes you completely invulnerable to everything. So that is stuns, slows, as well as damage, of course. And that is just an insanely good ultimate to have. She is really, really useful, but the problem is, of course, you only become really, really useful in the late game. In the earlier stages of the game, you're not that useful yet. And yeah, you do need to watch out, so you do need to have a good teammate with you. And it seems that on the right lane we are actually fighting. Oh, there's nothing happening. Okay, cool. So yeah, we are going to stick with the mid lane then, if nothing is happening. Might as well, right? So yeah, using those skills every time to clean up the minion waves, that's kind of how it goes with mages. They don't really have that good of a basic attack, and so they use their skills, sorry, to clean up the minions. And Aphrodite, oh sorry, not Aphrodite, Isis is really made for that. I mean, she has 2 large AoE skills, and yeah, they have relative short cooldown, and all in all, yeah, just a great deal. So yeah, they want to have this this Gold Fury. The Gold Fury, yeah, blue team gets it, but I'm pretty sure that is our team because of the bug that's in the replay system. Oh, are we going to stay alive here? No, we are not going to stay alive. Very nicely done by the enemy team. Really good aggression, as well as a good escape, and a completely useless ultimate there from Guan Yu. He was all alone. He doesn't have the damage required to kill anyone. So, wow, that was a nice ultimate by Ymir. And he did quite a bit of damage. Odin is going to escape though, for now. Is he going to escape entirely though? The blink came in, and the blink actually wasn't good enough to land the stun. He is going to get out for now. Oh, the wall off! Oh my god, it is not Odin who goes down. It is in fact the Neath who goes down. Wow, the wall was perfect. There aren't a whole lot of places where you can wall off, but this one was perfect. It was just on the money, and we are going to get a blue buff out of that, as well as of course the Gold Fury. Well, I still don't know who picked up the Gold Fury. You can see it in the gold amounts, I guess. But with the bug that is in the replay system, I'm thinking that that was actually the red team. I do know that the Hand of the Gods missed. So there is a Hand of the Gods, of course, on both teams. But the Hand of the Gods missed its target. It did not finish the kill. Oh, hang on. I want to have right click. That's where we go. Yeah, there's a Hand of the Gods level 2 on Ymir and level 3 on Hercules, and I think Hercules was the one trying to finish off the kill on that Gold Fury, but did it a little bit too early. It was left with just a sliver of health, and I think that this Isis here actually pulled it off by well, stealing it. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like that, but well, of course they should have never lost that because well, I'll show you here why not. Where is it? Here you go. It will finish it off at 25% health. So, yeah, if you can't guess where 25% is, then yeah, that is going to be wrong. But obviously, if you do, then 25% health is way too much to steal with any other skill than Hand of the Gods. And since our red team here has no Hand of the Gods level 3, yeah, there is really nothing. They have a Hand of the Gods level 1 on Aphrodite, and Aphrodite wasn't even there. So they could have waited until they knew for certain that it was going to work. I mean, you can see the 20% at least. I mean, 25% may be a little bit dodgy, but once it gets to 20%, you can definitely see it's under 25%. So yeah, you should be able to get that pretty easily. Wow, the stun goes off, but it is not good enough. They are going to land the kill eventually though, because they have too much mobility. And wow! Oh, that pop back on Hercules is so strong. Almost got the kill, but Aphrodite did not get focused by that tower. And they are going to finish off this tower because there's no way Hercules is going to defend this. He is in fact going to go back and going to fall back to the next tower, hoping that his teammates will actually join him there. And while we are just all over the place with these skills, and we are focusing them down pretty quickly, but yeah, enemy team is a little bit too mobile as well. And how is the gold doing? We're about 4,000 gold behind, 4.5. And yeah, that's a significant amount still. So it's definitely not like we're close to, well, just coming back, because we're still pretty far behind. Although the kills, yeah, they're going a little bit in our direction now. It is 18 to 10, so we're still pretty far behind on that as well. But at least we're not getting further behind. A player kill there for someone who actually got stunned is pretty amazing. Yeah, it happens to Vulcan, but not a whole lot to people like, well, Isis. And Isis is just going to clean up these minions, because why not? I have to assume that both of them, so both the Isis and the Agni, now have a fully stacked, as well as the this guy Apollo, that they have fully stack items. So that the Doom Orbs and the Heartseekers are fully stacked, because that is actually, well, normal. Yeah, this guy 2 and 5, yeah, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. But the Heartseeker is pretty easy to stack up. As I said, only 25 hits needed once you have it full and die. But if you die multiple times, obviously that's going to be worse. But it's not like the magic items, the other stack items. There are a lot of stack items in this game. But you have Warlock Sash, for example, which requires 100 minions. It's still my favorite stack item, but still. Yeah, 100 minions, but you will never lose them. So that's why it's my favorite stack item. Because you know that in the late game you will have this huge boost. Even though in the beginning, yeah, it's not that big. But if you go for example, Ao Kuang or, well, Isis really, then you can easily stack that up very nicely. And, well, just have a whole lot of damage. It's damage, health, and mana, and those are the three things that are most valuable in, well, the early game. So you basically get that, and then you get more and more the more the game progresses. And in the late game, you will have so much mana from those kind of stack items that you will never have to go back, and you will always have enough mana available for spamming just about everything. As you can see, they're trying to compete for the minions here with both of them, but, well, they can't really damage each other. For the simple reason Hercules is melee, so he can't really damage the Isis, because Isis has a slow, she has a silence, and yeah, he's not going to catch up at any point. And yeah, the Hercules, of course, yeah, what are you going to do against him? I mean, Hercules is so tanky. Plus he has that ability to gain back life after he takes damage. So basically he takes damage first, and then afterwards he gains that back in life. And that is just, yeah, that's just very hard to kill. So both of them just competing for the minions, but yeah, not really a big challenge at all. And as you can see, everyone is gathering up in mid. Even though they are still jungling, they are all around the mid. Of course, this game is way more about jungling than any other game. In Dota, you of course have like your carry, who's going to take the lane minions as well as jungle. And in League of Legends, you have, well, a separate jungler, which you have here as well. But, well, the jungler here is more of a roamer in the later stages of the game. And because you have so many buffs, and you can only wear one buff at a time now, you actually get to jungle as any character. So even a mid laner should be jungling, and she of course is going to take out some of the minions at least every now and then. There's a ward on this, keep that in mind. The ward is from the enemy team, but she does pick up both of them because she did use her burst there. So the burst finished off the minions, making sure that they couldn't come in to steal that. Of course they could still come in to steal that because yeah, Agni has a similar burst. So probably bigger burst with his ultimate stacks. The ultimate meatballs. So anyhow, it is kind of time to go for that fire giant. And so Gold Fury has been taken every now and then, but Gold Fury really not too big of a deal. The blue team still 5k gold ahead, so we are coming back a little bit in percentage, but not really coming any closer to well, to equalizing the score. But yeah, percentage wise we are getting closer. And we are at least here. See, this is where the buffs come in. The Neath actually wanted that red buff, and therefore she is going to jungle, even though she is really just a carry. And carries are of course normally not in the jungle. Well, here in League of Legends you have blue buff and red buff. And basically blue buff is... yeah. Blue buff goes to the AP carry normally, and red buff normally goes to the AD carry in the late game, but they really just take like 2 seconds to take. And here you can choose between a similar blue buff, which also gives mana and cooldown reduction. And you have 4 of those, and then you have a red buff, which gives you extra damage, just like the red buff in League of Legends. And then you have a speed buff, you have some gold camps, and yeah, all in all, there's just way more to get. I mean, there are 2 speed buffs on the map, 4 blue buffs, 2 red buffs. Yeah, that is just an insanely high amount of things, and there you see how difficult it is to place those walls correctly, because there's always an escape, and that really is something that I think they should change back. Because Ymir walls were so powerful, as well as any other AoE damage thing, were so powerful in the jungle, making it a lot harder to actually get something done, and making it a lot easier to control the jungle. And Ymir should go down here, but he is very tanky, so he does take well, very little damage from things. And are we going to be able to survive? No, we are not going to be able to survive. Don't know how the rest of the fight went. It seems that the blue team lost 2 and the red team only lost our Isis. However, someone did recall. It is the Odin. Odin recalling is not a problem because he can teleport back into about halfway, and the blue team did pick it up. This time it is the blue team because I'm not attached to a red teamer. And then the bug only happens if I attach myself to a red team player, because then it assumes that the red team is actually the blue team. And yeah, well, it's kind of silly, but it assumes that the team that I'm on is the blue team, because it always is. And then yeah, it isn't, because obviously that's not the way it works. So yeah, we are going to take down a tower here with the red team. And are we back? No, we're not back. Let's go with this guy. No, not this guy. This guy. That would actually be more interesting. Aphrodite is of course one of those champions that yeah, you need to play to enjoy. She's not really that great to watch, because all she does all day is heal things and do some crazy crap. In the meantime, oh, the nice wall, but yeah, we do have to jump. And oh, wow, that ultimate from Hercules did so much damage. Zapman going to go down, or Neath, I should say, going to go down, and really not a problem for them. Aphrodite, of course, yeah, she is great to play, man. If you play this game and you haven't tried her out yet, you should really try her out. She is so much fun to play if you play her well. Because she can escape from situations where nobody else can escape. Because she has that ultimate that makes her invulnerable to anything. And yeah, that Ymir walled himself into the ultimate. The Isis ultimate. So even though Isis wasn't really paying attention to that at all, she still got the kill there. And we are going to fall back. The slow is going to go down on them, the silence, and of course the stun following that up. Wow, we're really just doing a whole lot of CCing there while retreating, and that is exactly what she's made for. And look at those items, man. Having defensive items on yeah, I meant this one, but this one and this one are defensive items mixed with highly offensive items, and that is of course excellent. It makes that you're tanky against certain champions, but not well, you're not losing too much in, well, regards to, well, your damage, because the defensive item, this one, the Breastplate of Valor, still reduces your cooldowns by 25%, which is a huge amount. And of course, with well, with that much cooldown reduction, it actually becomes an offensive item, almost. It's not entirely, of course, but it becomes a hugely offensive boost to your things if you can do 25% more damage with your skills. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, we are going to take out this gold camp, which doesn't really matter too much anymore, because at this point, yeah, the gold is pretty much, yeah, done. I mean, boss teams will pick up some extra crap, but it doesn't really matter too much. By the way, look at the teleports here. So 3 guys on this team have a teleport, none of the guys on the other team, and I think that's a mistake, because teleports are really valuable. They are not expensive, that's not what I meant to say. They are very good at allowing you to join in a fight. That's what they're made for. They're made to be, well, aggressive, so you can roam around the jungle, you can be aggressive in pushing lanes, and then you can teleport to a turret or, well, another structure that actually requires your help, or, well, to a team fight, close to a team fight, because you need to teleport to towers, of course, to structures. So if the team fight is close to a tower, you can teleport to that tower and you will be there in mere seconds, instead of having to walk all the way across the map, which is normally the case. And of course, we are finally going for this this fire giant. And wow, the fire giant, yeah, did not get taken there. I think, at least. Yeah, I can't see it. There are too many people in the way. No, I don't think it got taken. But I'm still not actually sure, because there's so much going on. No, he doesn't have a fire giant buff. So fire giant is still up, and the outcome of this fight will determine whether someone is getting a free fire giant. Because if one of the 2 teams gets ahead here, Ymir goes down, and that is a huge boost for our team. Yeah, we are going to pick up the Apollo as well, a double kill here, and we are going to get, because with 2 guys down, especially one of them having the level 3, red team got it, and I think that is the enemy team here. Yes, it is the enemy team, and there you could see the bug in action. Because I'm attached to a red player, it assumes that the red team is the blue team, so the blue team is the red team, and the red team took the fire giant, which means the blue team took the fire giant, which is the enemy team for the one that I'm actually attached to. And if that doesn't make sense, then yeah, that doesn't make sense. No, it is a mistake in the programming, and they will fix it at some point, just like they will correct the right Phoenix that's being under attack. If the right Phoenix is under attack, it will say Phoenix, because they made a typo there. It's the same thing, or a similar thing. It's not really crucial to repair it, but they will repair it eventually. Another kill here on the Agni this time, and that means that Agni is going to lose all of, well, half his stacks on his Doom Orb, and by now that actually makes a big difference, because, well, in the mid-game, you're still all the way in the jungle. Everyone is in the jungle. It doesn't matter who you are. You're somewhere in either a lane or a jungle. But by now, yeah, you're grouping up. So getting 25 minions is actually pretty hard here. And yeah, so he will probably die before he gets those 25 minions back, meaning that he will fall under the 25 minions that time. And of course that is, yeah, that's a big deal. It is a really big deal, in fact. So, did they actually, yeah. Oh no, it's left. Sorry, it's left Phoenix. I thought they repaired it, but it's the left Phoenix that has the Phoenix on it. I still think they should just keep it in. It's cute. It's only when it's under attack, and it's only the left Phoenix. So yeah, it's kind of cute. Blue team got the Gold Fury. Obviously, blue team is the red team, so we got that. And we are coming back. Look at the gold. We're equaling gold now. And that is excellent. That is excellent. So we are actually slightly ahead even. And that is because of all the aggression. The Aphrodite is going to pick up that blue buff. And we are going to go back. But we're not going to go back with her. We're going to follow Afro for a moment. Just to admire that skin. Where is she? Here. Oh, come on. Why are you recalling? Freaking noob. But yeah, that skin is nice. It is really nice, in fact. I like it a lot. It's really different from any other type of skin that we've seen. And yeah, that's why I like it. It is a unique skin. It kind of makes use of course, the afro that's in her name, but also it well, it's kind of nice to look at. I mean, she's a pretty woman, so especially in that pants, those pants. Yeah, that's just the way it is. So we are going to grab a speed buff here. As you can see, by the way, once the buff drops, it becomes gray, which normally indicates that it is taken by the enemy team. But because we are with the red team, it displays it as if the blue team took it, because it thinks we are on the blue team and the blue team is the red team. So red team takes the last hits, but it assumes we're the blue team, so that's why it displays it as gray. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of a bug, I guess. Hang on. They took the Phoenix, but I thought it said left Phoenix, but well, I don't know. The left Phoenix was not under attack, or well, not even close to dying, because there's still a tower on it, in front of it, on both teams. So I thought it said left Phoenix, but I'm not actually sure about that. I just read left, but it's the right one, of course. That went down. So yeah, we are going to attack this lane now. So we are on the right lane. And yeah, red team's left turret is therefore under attack. And are we going to take down this tower? Because there is heavy defense coming in. And this is exactly what I meant with you're not able to pick up the minions that easily anymore. Because yeah, you are grouping up. That is kind of the way it goes. And look at that Loki being denied there. He tried to go for the Aphrodite, but Aphrodite of course has some armor going with her defensive item, and she is going to die anyway. Of course, to the ultimate stacks there from Agni. Agni is still doing a large amount of damage to her for the simple reason that, well, he is magic damage, or he is a magic damage dealer, and she doesn't really have any anti-magic damage items. So as you can see, Aphrodite not really in any trouble, because they're not attacking her. Even though she's not very tanky, they know that she's very hard to kill, because, well, Aphrodites are very hard to kill. She does have some defense, of course. She has some support items, one of which is a very heavy defense item. So, just seeing from this here, this is the heavy defense item. It has 65 physical protection and then an additional 20. So that's 85 physical protection, 20 magic protection. That is insanely good item. Then she has the Void Stone that actually does AoE reduction of magic resists. And yeah, then she has the ability cooldowns by 25%, which is great. And well, she has the Magi's Blessing, so she is relatively tanky, but well, more importantly, she's just not important in team fights. So because of that, they don't really care whether she lives or dies, because she doesn't really have damage. She does heal quite a lot, but that heal is not nearly as much as it would take to kill her. And did you see the little bug there? If you first see the fire giant's HP, it is always much lower than if you see it the second time. So if you actually run in, and I kind of got tricked by that, well, a few matches ago, a few days ago I should say. Because I thought it was really low, so I tried to snipe it, and then yeah, the moment I sniped it, it displayed HP which was much higher, making me unable to snipe it, and well, kind of helping the enemy team by doing so. And of course dying, but hey, that's the way it goes. Dying for fire giants is not too much of a problem. And are we going to get this Ymir? Ymir, of course, very tanky as well, but we are in a 4 versus or 5 versus 1 situation. There is no backup coming in for that Ymir. So even though he is, yeah, even though he's kind of very hard to kill, he's not very hard to kill 1 versus 5. If there's no one else there to help, then yeah, he's going to die anyway. I mean, you can be as tanky as you want, but eventually you will get taken out. And we do have fire giant buff now. Don't know why it's blinking. It's annoying that it blinks. I mean, it's kind of obvious which buff it is. It doesn't need to blink. But hey, whatever. It's just distracting, that's what it is. So we are going to grab the gold fury, just for the fun of it. Because at this point we really don't need the gold anymore. 80,000 gold on both teams, that is a pretty insane amount. By the way, this game is pretty long. Normally games last for about 30 minutes. And it seems that this game is going to be about 50 minutes. So we are getting pretty close to the end, I have to say. And yes, I know there's a timer in the bottom, so you can actually see how long it's going to last. But I really don't care about that. No, I don't want to see it, basically. So yeah, we are going to go back into the lane. And I'm just wondering if the blue team can make a fist at this point. Because it seems that they are getting outclassed in all directions. They did have a very good early game, and especially that that first fight was just insanely good for them. I am just wondering whether they can actually still do it, because they do have a pretty decent team set up for the late game team fights, especially with Apollo just doing an insane amount of damage, as well as the Agni, of course, being able to stun the entire enemy team. And the Ymir is just a good champion overall. But they are getting killed one by one every time. So yeah, they're getting caught, and then one of them dies, and then most of the time a second guy dies as well. This time it's only one guy, but still it is yeah, Phoenix time because of that. So they're going to take out the Phoenix because they lost that Hercules early on. And wow, yeah, Loki not getting anything done this game. It is kind of the way he works. Oh wow, actually gets taken out on the summoner platform, as far as there is a summoner platform in this game. So the Minotaur does go down. We end up with 12 and 8 score, so we saw a lot of kills, and that is excellent. Yeah, the Loki only 4 and 5, so yeah, really not having a good game. And the Agni did pull it out a little bit at least, so he did go 4 and 5, I believe, or 5 and 4. He did end up on the second place on his 6 and 5, so he He was the second place on his team gold-wise, the first place going to Apollo. And Apollo did exactly the thing that he needed to do. He got a lot of gold going, he got a lot of items going, and even though the Heartseeker still needed to be something else, it is a pretty decent amount of damage that he does, and he did carry quite hard. It's just that, well, they got caught. They got caught a lot, and that is of course not what you want out of this. You want to have a little bit more of a smooth, team fighting team, and that just didn't work for them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG. Oh, let me show you the last screen. There you go.